Imagine a life devoid of challenges or temptations, where you consistently exhibit spontaneous and wise behavior. It does sound like an ideal existence, doesn't it? However, the reality is far removed from this ideal. Life is intricate and teeming with situations that will examine our character and judgment. This is precisely why the Stoics formulated a philosophy that not only serves as a theoretical framework, but also as a practical manual for living. They devised a set of rules to aid us in navigating life's trials and metamorphosing into the best versions of ourselves. In this video, I will share 11 historical rules that I've derived from Stoic philosophers who lived over 2 millennia ago. These rules have proven valuable to numerous individuals throughout history, and my hope is that they will be of service to you as well. So, stay with me until the conclusion to gain insights into all these rules and their application in your life. Rule 1. Master your mornings. One of the most enlightening passages from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is his introspection at the outset of Book 5. Rising from a cozy and warm bed in the morning can be a daunting task, even for an individual as influential as Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, who enjoyed the freedom to indulge in any pleasure. Yet he chose to rise early and confront his responsibilities. Instead of succumbing to luxury and hedonism, he recognized that the morning represented the pivotal juncture of the day, setting the tone for how he would live it. In Meditations, one of the most remarkable Stoic works, he documented his struggles and motivation to greet the early hours. You can emulate his example by integrating these 3 practices into your morning routine. Journaling. Write down your daily goals and reflect on the preceding day. Additionally, make note of your accomplishments and areas where you need improvement. This habit aids in establishing a daily routine and mindset, reminding you of your objectives and preferred behaviors. Engage in physical activity. I'm not suggesting strenuous exercise, but rather an activity that gets you moving. Whether it's a leisurely walk, a brisk run, a gym session, or any physical activity that aligns with your preferences, it serves to invigorate you and clear your mind for the next steps. Proceed with purpose. After you've completed the initial 2 actions, you're now primed to direct your undivided attention to the task at hand. Rule 2. Concentrate on controllable elements. The Stoics imparted a valuable lesson in focusing on aspects within our control while disregarding those beyond our influence. This approach enhances our effectiveness and diminishes anxiety. For instance, in sports, you can manage your performance, but the outcome, the opponent's actions, and the crowd's reactions lie outside your control. By channeling your attention towards your performance rather than external factors, you'll likely achieve superior results. Apply this principle to all facets of your life. Rule 3. Refrain from dwelling on imaginary problems. On many occasions, our imagination inflicts more distress upon us than actual reality. We concoct scenarios in our minds that breed stress and fear, even though most of these scenarios never materialize. Seneca astutely remarked that uncertainty is more disquieting than harm. Endeavor to dwell in the present moment, maintaining serenity, as the likelihood is that the worst-case scenario you envision will never come to pass. Rule 4. Equate success and failure. Marcus Aurelius employed a metaphor to underscore this point, likening all individuals to stones he would cast into the air. The stone doesn't gain anything when it rises or lose anything as it descends. It remains the same stone. Similarly, whether you attain a promotion or experience a layoff, you remain the same person. In fact, adverse situations can be profound teachers, often yielding more insights than favorable circumstances. Appreciate everything that unfolds in your life, irrespective of its nature, as you can derive learning from any situation. Rule 5. Accomplish 1 task daily. This rule encompasses 2 interpretations. The first pertains to individuals who lack well-defined goals. It underscores the significance of achieving at least 1 daily goal, regardless of its size. Living without aspirations can transmute a potentially exceptional life into a mediocre one. The second interpretation is for those who harbor a multitude of goals. While harboring ambitious objectives is commendable, it's vital to focus on 1 objective at a time. Engaging in numerous endeavors simultaneously can induce a loss of focus on what genuinely matters. This rule encourages you to strive toward accomplishing at least 1 goal you've set for yourself daily. It may be a simple task or a complex one. but the aim is to succeed in it. Rule 6. Shun the quest for shortcuts. When endeavoring to achieve anything, it's imperative to remember that there are no effortless shortcuts. In life, endeavors that hold value necessitate diligence and discipline. Reflect upon anyone you admire and peruse their biographies. You'll discern that they toiled arduously and confronted challenges to attain their success. In truth, this commitment to traversing challenging paths contributes to character development, nurtures a culture of learning from mistakes, and fosters unwavering determination. The disparity between those who realize remarkable objectives and those who don't lies in their willingness to endure effort and sacrifice. Anyone can choose the path of least resistance. However, that's precisely why only a meager few consistently accomplish their aspirations. Rule 7. Question the necessity. Before embarking on any pursuit in life, take a moment to contemplate your motivations. Query whether the endeavor holds genuine value and is worth your while, or if it's frivolous and wasteful. You'll come to recognize the multitude of activities we engage in and desires we harbor that aren't genuinely necessary, serving merely as distractions from what genuinely merits our focus. By consistently posing this question, you'll refine your focus, concentrating on matters of true significance while eschewing the superfluous. Rule 8. Embrace your destiny. Life unfolds in unpredictable ways, and at times circumstances diverge from our desired paths. Misfortune, adversity, or failure may cross our paths. Nevertheless, it's imperative that these events don't subvert our joy or inner peace. We should welcome them as integral components of our life's journey, perceiving them as opportunities for personal growth and learning. Seneca serves as an exemplary embodiment of this outlook. He encountered myriad hardships in his lifetime, including health issues, political exile, and a forced suicide. However, he chose to regard these experiences as advantageous and harnessed them to his benefit. He wisely remarked, "Fortune behaves as it pleases," emphasizing that we should do the same and embrace whatever life presents to us. Rule 9. Communicate with the deceased. This particular rule may initially sound peculiar, but its essence runs deep. It was inspired by an oracle sought by Zeno of Citium, the originator of Stoicism, after he lost all his wealth. The oracle's advice was to talk to the dead, which, in context, signified reading the works of ancient philosophers who had passed away. Reading serves as a profound instrument, granting us access to the accumulated wisdom and knowledge of the past. In a world where novelty often takes precedence, we must not neglect the older, timeless wisdom enshrined in books. This practice empowers us to engage in a dialogue with some of history's most brilliant minds, seeking their guidance and insights for our lives. Many individuals possess an untapped superpower. They can access ancient wisdom through the internet, yet they opt to disregard it. Rule 10. Extend kindness to others and maintain self-discipline. Stoics adhere to clear principles distinguishing between good and evil. However, they also espouse compassion and tolerance for those led astray by ignorance. As Marcus Aurelius notes, they've been misguided by false beliefs. The pivotal directive is to apply your standards rigorously to yourself, not imposing them upon others. This does not mean tolerating injustice or malevolence. Instead, it signifies abstaining from excessive judgment toward those who do not conform to your ideals. The most effective approach to influence someone is to demonstrate the desired behavior rather than merely dictating it. To correct another's conduct, lead by example. Though they may not immediately grasp it, they will eventually follow suit. Rule 11. Acknowledge the ever-present reality of mortality. Seneca expounds on a common misconception, our erroneous belief that we await death. He underscores that the majority of death is already behind us, interwoven with the passage of time. Frequently, we envisage death as a future, fixed event, separate from the present moment. We often fail to appreciate how proximate it is, contingent on our age and health. Seneca posits that this perspective breeds detrimental habits and fosters a suboptimal life. He asserts that death is an ongoing process. With every passing moment, we inch closer to it. As you watch this video, time inexorably slips away, and that duration pertains to death. Death is not some distant, remote event. It is here and now, manifest in the tick of the clock and the gradual fading of light. So, what should be our response? Seneca's answer is to live. Live while you have the opportunity. Refrain from squandering time on trivial pursuits, leave no task incomplete, and extract the utmost value from the time that is still under your control. What are your thoughts on these Stoic rules? Are there any additional rules you would like to introduce? I invite you to share your views in the comments section below. Stoicism, much like life itself, is not a straightforward journey. It necessitates substantial effort and unwavering discipline. Nonetheless, the rewards it offers are immeasurable. Until our next encounter, consider watching one of the videos displayed on your screen.